Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good evening. Sean Hicks coming at you. Look ahead lines on a Wednesday night. We're going to do Thursday, Friday college football. I'm trying to think of going ahead how to do a look ahead line show for college football, because obviously college lines come out around noonish on a Sunday. I do NFL look ahead lines halftime of Sunday night. When do I fit in a look ahead lines for college football? And honestly, I think college for me is harder than NFL. College for me is harder, so I don't know when I could. If it had to be maybe a midweeker, but even then, if I do it on a Wednesday, because Thursday we have an NFL game, maybe I do it Thursday half times. I don't know. It's just there's just so many more than to do than a NFL one, but we can do one here. It's kind of a easy way to do it because there's only a handful of games. Anyway, hit the like button here if you're watching on the YouTube channels. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. Maybe you're in podcast form. Maybe you're over on Pandora or iHeartRadio or Amazon or Google or wherever. I appreciate you listening to the show. Premium members, I'm going to be adding either today or tomorrow. I'm going to put up some more games. There's 2 left for college. I'm going to put a couple more up for you to have. And I was going over the games because I added some packages today. One for tomorrow, one for Friday, a couple on Saturday. And honestly, as I talked about on Midday Monday today, why I do look headlines, why I bet early. Man, so many games have moved for me in my favor. Now, again, does that mean it's a win? I mean, we had UTEP at +2. It went to -2. It was a loser. Doesn't mean you always win the money moves, but anyway, in the chat, I put up a link to my Winner Free Picks page here. With the promo code, it takes off 20%, $559.20, $559 for all my NFL. How about $639.20 for NFL and college football combined? Can't beat it. As always, $31.20 for a weekly pass, $4.99 for the YouTube Premium. All right, 3 minutes. There's my little hype sales pitch for you. Let's go. We'll do comments, and then we'll get to the banners of everybody. Michael B's a premium guy. He's in the chat. How are you? Kind of a bad day going to see how the Dodgers run line played out. Played Giants. Shaking my head every time I think the team has turned the corner. They do not. I mean, I had one game today, and it was the Philly run line. I bet it yesterday. The line had come down just based on the Angels releasing guys. I figured they'd show no heart and just collapse. And they've been fighting ever since. Now, we did have San Fran, no bottom 9 in the chat today. That was, where is that game? Where is San Fran? I'm assuming they lost since you brought up. Oh, yeah, of course they lost. 4-1. Thanks, San Fran. Loser there. And then we had Dodgers run line and the over 0-0 in the first. So that one's not looking good. You got to get some runs in that one. How about real fast? Let's talk about Mets. Little comeback winner there. Yankees get it done on the run line, coal line of hill. Seattle edges Oakland. Houston, another win. What is that? 5 in a row now for Houston. Toronto crushes the Nats. We talked about the Reds. Cubbies get it done over Woodruff 3-2. St. Louis rallies against the Padres, who are trash. How about the White Sox putting up some runs? I sort of like that over. Tanner Beebe gets it done for Cleveland. Angels get it done. Pittsburgh up on KC. Atlanta dominating. Who's scoring the runs here for Atlanta? Acuna, Albies 2 for 4. What do we got? Anyone down the line here? Osuna's got 30 homers. Wow. All right, let's get into this college football. You know what? I got all these comments rolling. I want to do like just a quick half-hour show, but you know that doesn't happen. Gio, cheers to you as well. Decent night for you baseball. I just had one game. It lost. Um, the baseball. A lot of big faves. I'm not going to jump on. Even the run lines, higher run lines, not don't feel like playing them. And honestly, with college football, I've been doing a lot more college and NFL diving into that kind of stuff. So I've eased back in baseball, but baseball's had been on a nice run. We were 58-50. Yeah, it's 54%, but I was plus 1771. Well, a loser today, so now we're plus 1671. So August is still a nice month. To Moose, my guy. What do you think about under and UConn game? We'll get to these in a second. Moneyline Markel's pumped up for Look at Lions college football. Jake Higgs, didn't know you'd be on late night. Good seeing you. Yeah, we got Thursday, Friday football. I'll hit on these a little bit. Give you a little something to talk about. Michael B says loves UFC. Of course you'll love the UFC card. Like I said before, I don't have a read on college football. It's a little early. You take a little bit of time. I mean, I'm firing away. I said earlier, 18, 20 games I'm going to bet this weekend, or including last week. But I'm not moving 10,000 a game. I'm not crazy. I like my numbers. We'll see how they go. Right now, I'm happy with, I'm on the right side of the moves. I feel good about that, but that doesn't mean you win. Nate says I've been getting my key ticked in lately. How, Nate? The other day, favorites went 13-1. How are you losing after a 13-1 night? Easy on the face, fella. Michael B. I will say all the guys that are put on waivers must really want people to pick them up. Renfro Garrett have been crushing it. Yeah, I was thinking about that today because we had another home run today. I thought, right? Nathan, I'm starting to believe in your Spankies. No. Although they should go after Gio. I don't see how any team doesn't go after Giolito. I don't care how bad he's pitched. If you're in a playoff hunt, you need him, Lopez. I'm trying to get I try to pick up every one of these guys. Everybody could use a bat with some pop. Everybody could use another relief pitcher. You could use a starter. Even if Giolito, you can't tell me the guy can't pitch an inning or two is scoreless. To Moose, BetMGM gave me a free 50. I took Tampa Bay, sweat out till the 10th. What do you mean sweat it? Never in doubt winner. Nathan, I had two teamers yesterday. Dodgers. Here we go. Here come the Sparks. WNBA. Why, Nathan? Why? Why? All right, we got the football passes are up in the chat. Let's go. Here we go. Let's start it out. Kent State and UCF. Kent State. I do think this team's going to be brutal. Nobody back. I don't know. You've heard this. Any kind of preview show is going to talk about this. Nobody back. New coaches, new schemes, new players. To me, this is one of the worst bottom 5 teams. Don't want to take 35. This game could be 40-0. This could be 60. This could be 70-0. No thanks. No thanks. I got a premium on the total if you're interested in. NC State and UConn. Give me the Huskies. Woof, baby. And this spot here, really, for me, forget about. No, it's Jim Mora, right? Is it Jim Mora Jr.? This NC State squad. Hi, Notre Dame next week. You got Notre. What are you really throwing out here? You're gonna want to get through here with no injuries. You want to gear up for a little better team next week. You think this is a cakewalk win for you? 2 touchdown fave. I don't know. I think UConn's going to be spunky. Worst case, it's a backdoor cover. Best case, they're in it from the first half on, and it's a little slugfest. I'll take UConn here, and I won't mind. Nebraska, Minnesota. I'll go back to where is. I got the Nebraska lean here, simply based on the, a lot of stuff coming out with Fleck. Because early on, and as much as I'm a rule guy, here you go. I said I sort of like Navy. I like Minnesota. I like Georgia Tech, TCU, Penn State, Duke. Penn State lines. How about that little line move there? I think it was that guy Davis talked about this back in June or July for the All Star break. I put these games up. I kind of liked. I did initially lean Minnesota here. I did lean on Mini. That being said, with all that other nonsense, the, this is going to be an ugly game. Minnesota loses their big back from last year. I mean, they do have some wide receivers, but are they really going to totally change the how they are? I don't know. I lean a little Nebraska here. Didn't bet it. I mean, you see I liked Mini a month and a half ago. You could pass. You don't have to bet it because there's 4 games on a Thursday night. You don't have to bet it. All right, Florida, 4.5 now, 44 versus the Utes. I got Florida plus 9.5. Obviously, I can't sell this as a pick on the sites, but I can tell you this is one of, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of 16 games that I have that have moved a couple points. Not like a half point or 1 point, multiple points. And as I said in the write up when I posted this game on Winning Free Picks Parlays, I said, best case, Cam is not 100%. And we're in this one because I initially liked Utah. I mean, payback. Rising's not healthy. Sure enough, the line goes down. Then they put him on a depth chart, which, I mean, should be illegal to say that the guy's number 1. I mean, what is that about? Give Utah fans like, oh, look at this, he's playing, and then the line gets bet up or just moved up because on that false hope down to 4.5. This is why, I mean, playing college football early is tough. And I talk about like reading the tea leaves and using my gut a little bit in NFL because I think something's going to happen on Sunday, which is I'm going to jump on the line ahead of time before the games. College, a lot harder for me, but I got a decent number here. I got 9.5. I got a 7.5. It's 4.5. No thank. I mean, Utah at 4.5 maybe, but I got a good number. All right, before we get to the Friday picks, let's see what else we got in the chat. Where are we in the chat? All right, Mike Downey's in the house. The ump. No truth to the rumor that the movie The Ump with Robert De Niro was based on Mike Downey's umpiring skills. Anybody see that? Wesley Snipes playing a la Barry. I think John Crook was in that movie as well. Moneyline Markel's on NC State minus 14. I'm going to take them first half and under Kent State. Under Kent against UCF. I mean, Kent's going to be bad. The problem is UCF running that puppy up. And NC State. I know another guy on NC State. He's like, UConn's bad. Why wouldn't I lay 14 points? Okie dokie. Mr. Bell is in the house. UCF first quarter 9.5. Yes. I mean, they could jump out quick. It's going to be 21-0 with like 3 minutes to go. Moneyline Markel. Oh, never mind. Yeah, no, you see what I decided you got. Markel. I hope I'm on the right side with premium picks on total in Kent State. Moneyline Markel, hit me up on Twitter universe. Daryl Turner took the under UConn game. I could see that, Daryl. Took UCF first half. Yes. Nathan, wouldn't mind buying the hook for insurance 14.5 with the Huskies. I don't buy points. Don't buy points. Stop Gio Higgy. That tennis live bet cash earlier plus 515 boosted to 712. You can't beat that. Lunchtime dinner winner. You can't. A lunchtime winner. I don't know why I said dinner winner because it's a little dollar lunchtime winner. Take it. 712 boost. Let's go. Dal Turner says I took Nebraska. Mobile Jeff Sims now the quarterback. I just like Nebraska. I mean, Jeff Rule could coach. He's a player. The players love him. The guy wins, whether he's at Temple or he's at Baylor College, the guy wins. He's a good coach. He's a good coach. I think that's a great hire for them. Nathan, too many points at Moneyline Markel in that UConn game. Dow says he took Florida. Why not a little Florida? I mean, 4.5 is not the number I want, though, in that game. Dow says I never bet against SEC teams out of conference. I just don't like. Here's the thing. SEC teams out of conference are usually playing some like cupcake squads. Utah's back-to-back Pac-12 champs. Problem is they're starting quarterbacks out. Tommy, Friday Hawaii game under the 57.5 versus Stanford. We'll jump into that in a second. Brian did ask Mr. Higgs, how's your baseball Wednesday? One game, didn't cash. Run line, loser on the Phillies. Can't believe the Angels are showing heart. What a joke. Michael B. I want to fade Colorado, but I wish they were playing Boise State or something on TCU, who everyone knows. I mean, the line, everyone knows. That's why the line went from 17 to 20. Michael B. I cannot for college basketball and USC. Bronny James. I can't wait to fade USC almost every single. Is Bronny going to play with his bad heart? Deshae, is the under 58 best play in LSU Florida State game? I have LSU minus 2.5. That's my side. Jaden, who wins UCF or Kent State? Kent State, I mean, Kent State is bad. What are we doing? I mean, Kent State has, I think, 4 starters back. Their offensive coordinator went with Dion to Colorado. 14 guys left. They're bad. This is not a good team, Jaden. Now, do I want to lay a 40 spot? I don't see Kent State scoring. So, do as that as you will. You want to lay 35, 36, 37? Tamoose, Michigan State. Yeah, I'll get to this game in a second. Rangers are so bad on the road, it's a joke. Texas is struggling. They need. Why won't they go after some of these Angel free agent, or not free agent, but waiver guys? Stop, Gio. Trying to find an angle to take a home team, Michigan team, just like I fade your old brothers for a game. Michigan first quarter -7. That's all they are in the first quarter is -7? The 8th says Colorado TCU should be a doozy. Let's get to those so I can wrap this puppy up like a Christmas gift to get on out of here. Where is my cursor? Friday. Miami O and Miami U. Miami wins this. Now, which one? If you're a premium YouTube member, you know because I posted this a while ago who I got on this game. So, there's that. You could do 2 things here with this game. You can go spend $4.99 and get on board YouTube Premium. Or you could do what most people do. Most people will go and say, you know what? I'm going to go buy your Friday Moneymaker for $34.99 and buy this game for $34.99. They won't buy a weekly pass for $31.20 or a premium YouTube for $4.99. They'll go buy this. So that's people. Peoples are peoples. Peoples are peoples. CMU Central Michigan versus the Michigan State Detroit Lennies. And I lean Sparty here. And that's kind of tough because Central Michigan, you're a MAC team, you start losing guys to the NFL. I mean, you're not replacing with other kind of NFL guys. I don't think. I mean, it takes a while to coach them up to that kind of level. And I don't like Mel Tucker one bit. But I would just lean Sparty here. Didn't bet it. Not going to bet it. It's not good enough to make the free pick side of midday money. This is for everybody out here just watching. You know, who do I like in the game? Because I know most people want to bet every one of these games for some ridiculous reason. Louisville and Georgia Tech. I like the Tech here. Ramblin' Wreck, baby. Georgia Tech for me. 7.5. I wish I had the 8. It came down. You know, Louisville's got Braum. They'll give him a lot of leeway, right? Used to run the team back in the day. Brings a bunch of Purdue cats with him. I think his brother's running the O or something, or the defense, whatever. It's a family affair. It's Purdue. They're Louisville Boilermakers now. Uh, again, Purdue's. You saw that line go from 6 to a 4. I got a 6 on that on Picks and Parlays winning free picks, by the way. Again, that's one of the 9 of the 16 I moved on. At least we got the good number. But here, do I think they should be a big fave like this? I don't know. They win, yeah, but Tech, maybe they covered down the stretch because everybody was overlooking them. But I don't know. I'll buy on their new coach, the intern guy there who took over. Give me Tech and the points here. Final game of the night. Stanford, 3.5 to Hawaii. We got Hawaii plus 10 on the site. That's how we roll. And I think I said this a couple weeks ago. We talked about these games. I said, they're traveling around to Vandy. And no matter what happens, either if they play Vandy tough, the line's going to come down. I don't think it was ever going to go up too crazy because Stanford is predicted to win, I think, 2.5 games with their win total, maybe 3. New coach, total rebuild going on there. New offensive coordinator, defensive, all types, new schemes, blah, blah, blah. 3.5, though? That I don't want 3.5 of Miami. This is one, as much as I got the 9.5 and the 4.5 out to Utah, I don't like to come in the middle. I got enough middling juice here. I'm really on both of these games. I got 5 points in one game, and I got 6 here. You want to go under? I don't hate it. I know someone mentioned it. We just talked about this game. I will go under. This is a tough spot for Hawaii. You're in a delayed game out in Vandy. You make it a game late. You're flying. It's going to be like a 10-hour flight at least back. I mean, come on. You're almost to the ice wall to flat earth, Hawaii. What are we doing? Let's try to stir the pot here. See if anybody makes any comments. No Earl Brothers for the flat earthers that they are in the chat. All right, let's go to the chatty chat. Where were we? Colorado TCU's on Saturday. I mean, Coach Prime. Bit loves Coach Prime. Nathan says, Knights, baby. UCF. Brian says, like in West Virginia, Penn State under the 50.5. That game opened at a 53.5, by the way. Darryl says, Kent State is a joke. Best player was Dustin Crum of the CFL Ottawa Red Blacks, who graduated a year ago. Here we go. The Golden Flashes. It's be a long year for them. Kareem Hunt, there you go. Is he signed yet in the NFL? Eileen Sparty Party as well, says Nathan. The Detroit Lennies, yes. Darryl Turner says, like Georgia Tech to keep it close. I agree. Stop Gio says, Hicks, DK is actually, it's a Michigan minus 7.5. Little sprinkle for some Emerald Lagasse action. Bam. Bam. Remember Emerald? Bam. 7.5. ECU, I think, lost their quarterback, their wide receivers. I mean, like, running backs. I like that, Gio. Brian, North Texas plus 6.5 versus Cal. Yes. North Texas might win that one outright. Whiskey versus Buffalo. Yes. I think it might take Whiskey a while to get going, but they should pull away there. Stop Gio says a first quarter action on Michigan. Yes, I know it's a first quarter 7.5. I'd still think it would be more. Money Markel is laughing. Probably that's the Emerald. Desmond says play the point spreads on SMU, UFC, San Jose State, TCU, and LSU. 110 on each. All right. The SMU. I don't have the SMU in front of me because that's Saturday. I know UFC. You want to lay the number here versus Kent State? I don't hate it. San Jose in another dog spot. I don't really hate that. TCU against Colorado. Again, I don't hate that one. LSU, I just said I bet it. At least I agree with you on like 4. So what do you? You're 4-0 going into the SMU game. So Nathan, I like the tree. Stanford. Again, at that line, I don't hate it at that line. I didn't like it when it was at 9.5, 10. Even at 7, I didn't like it. Dallas. I wouldn't be surprised if I cover Stanford prior QB is now playing for the Eagles behind Jalen Hurts. Yeah, I mean, not forget about that. Yeah, it's you lose Shaw, and the team hadn't really been that competitive. I mean, it's not like they have bad losses. You play. I mean, we can make fun of the Pac-12. You're still losing to Oregon and USC or wherever, Washington, pretty decent teams. Uh, but again, these guys were running X, and now they're going to be running G. Stop Geo. Texas Tech, Wyoming under the 50.5. Yeah, it's come down a little bit there. Wyoming's a run first team. So Nathan, no ESB sightings. No ESBs. Where are the ESBs? Sean Davis, UFC game over 13.5 first quarter. I could see that because I could see UFC just jumping on them. It's like 14-0 in the first, 35-0 at the half, and just then is it going to be 55-6 or is it going to be 70-10? You know. Nathan says, "Give me the Horn Frogs versus an unproven Colorado." Colorado has 50 transfer players. 50, yeah. You got a dozen guys from the SEC. You got another 10 from the ACC. You still got a dozen from the lower level, and this is you're playing a Big 12 team that was just a national championship game. Yeah, they got crushed. Doesn't make a difference. You're still playing a team that has D1 depth. You know, you're in Jacksonville State, coach. That's fine. You can have 3 or 4 guys who might have been D1 players, and they're going to be up here compared to what they get in. Not here. Not here. Everybody's a D1 player. And you could roll in a bunch of new guys all you want. You got a Kent State offensive coordinator. I mean, it's Kent State, really. Where was Kent State last year? I'm just saying. I don't see how the transfer portal, it's like NFL free agency, like, right? I mean, hey, we're going to buy ourselves something here. We're going to get all these new guys in here. You got to gel a little bit. So, yeah, maybe, game one out of the gate, I get it. Duggan is a guy from TCU. He's in the NFL. The guy quarterbacking was the starting quarterback last year in this game versus Colorado. And they somehow put up 38 points. I mean, I said this today. I don't know if it was on Midday Money or with Jesse and Ross. I feel bad for the Colorado fans because let's be honest, Prime's not staying here for 10 years. He's not building some mansion out in the wilderness here. If this works and they go bowling, and I say works meaning they win 7 games somehow and go bowling, and it turns into something. They have a nice 10 wins. He's leaving for the coast somewhere, a bigger school, or he's going to get run out of here. The team wins 2 games. They get crushed. Next year, they're a 5-win program. And year 3, people are going to be calling for his head. Daryl, I like Tennessee and Ohio State both to cover. Tennessee, I like Tennessee team total over. They should, I mean, it's a big number. And I said that today. I did a video with Lenny. I said, you want to lay 27-28? I get it. They should put up a 30. I like their over team total 41. Right. How Virginia's not that good. OSU. I'm interested to see how OSU does. Nate says that UCF sounds like it could be a woodshed. Could be. I mean, but it could be a woodshed of 49-0 too. Like, I mean, you're just going to go in and put up a 60 or 70 spot. I mean, you got another. You got Boise. You're in Boise next week. That's who it says here. They got up next. Boise State. So we're gonna run it up and keep guys in here. Or let's get out to an early lead. Run the clock. Get out of here. Take our 30, 40-point win and move on. I mean, that Boise's a big game for them. I think you want to go. That's a nice win. It's a quality win. Beating Kent State, who's going to be the 127th ranked team in all college football at home as a 38-point fave. Oh, well, that's 35. Yeah. Stop Geo. Florida line movement is interesting because I see a majority money coming in Utah. Well, the money's coming back in on Utah here because, the line was 9 and 10, and now it's down to 4. It's still a backup quarterback. Cam Rising is not playing. I don't mind it at 4. You want to take Utah at 4? I'm not going to say no to that. New member, Dan Griffin, premium member, Dan. Thank you. Appreciate you joining the club, Dan. Welcome to the Midday Mafia. Welcome to the Midday Mafia. We got to go welcome. Welcome, Dan. Thank you, Dan. Great name, Dan. My dad's name and my son's name. And my son. Not after you, Dan, but welcome to the Midday family. Desmond. Gives a thumbs up to Daryl, Tennessee and Ohio State. Dan, coach Colorado, still son gets drafted first round and goes home to Florida State. Think his son's getting drafted in the first round? Todd Repair, just happy college football is back. Tate the Great's in the house. Take Star College football, most wonderful time of the year. Hope you and the family are well. We are good, Tate the Great. Good to see you. Desert says Boise State, Washington, week 1. Is Boise playing Washington? I thought Colorado State was playing Washington. Oh, no. That's Washington State is playing Boise, I believe. What is this line here? I don't have it in front of me. What is this? What time is this game? 3:30. Washington State. Here we go. So it's open at 15 spot. I can't, who am I kidding? Probably Washington State in the over there. Excuse me, Washington. Penix. He's good. Todd prepared. Only on Utah tomorrow. Hope you got the good number at 4. Michael B. Thoughts on Utah State versus Iowa? 24 teams I got for another team that does score. Yeah, this one, I got nothing on this game, man. I was looking. I thought I saw a little bit. I was watching some of the live odd screens. Thought I heard some chatter about this game. Someone was talking about like, oh, have you seen the forums, like the forum chats, like people were talking about the game. But I don't. I mean, Iowa's a team I never want to lay this kind of number with. I don't know. No, I have nothing here. I'm looking at the live numbers here. Nothing's really moving on it. Yeah. No thanks. Let me ask you this one, Mike. I know Iowa's not the big offensive club. So are you looking at this one solely based on, hey, Iowa, why is this line 24, 25-ish? No. I mean, they have Iowa State next week. And this is sort of like I just mentioned. You have a bigger game on deck. Are you really going to come in here and like run it up and throw a lot of effort when you're 27? I mean, you could win this by 20, 30 points, and the team could come in and get a backdoor on you. For me, I don't know. I guess I kind of lean with you there. How about just an underplay? I mean, you could just do it under this game if we want. The line is 23.5 and the total is 42. It tells you nobody's scoring. Somebody's not scoring at all here. How to join premium session? No links. So if you're on the Winning Free Picks YouTube channel, if you're watching, there is a little join button next to where it says Winning Free Picks. You hit the little join. Got to go. That's on the Winning Free Pick page. Winning Free Pick page. That is that. The links will be for the if you want to buy like an NFL or college football package. They said I don't know. Rising is out. I'll have to log it. Yeah, that's why do you think the line went down from 9 to 4? I mean, I got Florida at 9.5. Nathan, I like those picks, Tennessee and OSU. I definitely like the Tennessee one. Rants, not that kind of offense team like a 27-13 game. Are we? We're talking this. This got to be the Iowa game, 27-13. I mean, even that's. I'm gonna say it's a lot considering the total's 42. You're welcome, Todd. Iowa Trisbee plays tight defense. Yeah, I mean that's all they do. Good defense and a plotting offense. It's a 24-point line and a 42-point total. All right, I mean 30-10. Rants. I think Ohio State covers easily. Some bad games this week. South Carolina. I like South Carolina. I didn't put it out on the sites, but I like Spencer Rattler. Quietly, that team won some games last year, and I think people forget his talent and what he was thought of over in Oklahoma. Michael B. I told you, Sean, college football is not my sport, but Utah State is usually a decent veteran team full of Mormons who are like 25 years old. I was never been an offensive juggernaut. Yes, they are the Aggies of Utah State. Again, under for me if I were to do that, and I'm not going to do that, but that's where I'd be leaning in that game. All right, that was your look at line show for a college football week one. We covered Thursday and Friday. Again, like I talked about for the first couple minutes of the show, I'd love to do a look at line show for college, but there's just so many games. I mean, to cover. I mean, we talk. Maybe I'll do something on like a Friday night, do a couple games. Usually, I come in early on Saturdays anyway with college football, and we hit earlier stuff, and just because there's a lot going on. But all right, I'll be back tomorrow, Thursday. Official start of football, basically, right? Hope everybody has a good night. Thank you for watching. My guy Dan Griffin joining the premium side of things. I appreciate you, my friend. There you go, premium member. What are you waiting for? $4.99 to support the. So you don't want 15 free picks a month that are on a site that I'm selling for $31 a pop, $34.99. You get them you get 10 of them for $4.99. Come on. Dan, thank you. I'm out of here. Good night. See you tomorrow.